Wharton!
From just outside the penalty area,
A hit from Carlos Belieber.
In this video, we're going to look at 6 Premier League players who could be due a big money move in January. Players whose form, situation and timing all suggest a transfer could realistically happen mid-season. But before we get into that, if you enjoy in-depth football conversations, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the 91st Minute so we can keep bringing you more quality football content. Now let's get into it. Adam Wharton. One of the most impressive things about Adam Wharton is how mature his game already looks. At only 21 years old, he's constantly scanning, comfortable receiving under pressure, and always looks to play forward rather than sideways. And the numbers back it up. So far this season, Wharton is averaging 0.26 assists per 90 minutes, which places him in the top 2% of central midfielders in the whole Premier League. That's remarkable when you consider the role he plays. He's not an attacking midfielder, operating high up the pitch. He's a central midfielder tasked with progressing the ball and controlling tempo. In terms of strengths, Wharton excels at reading the game early. He positions himself well to receive, breaks lines with his passing, and helps his team move up the pitch in a controlled way. He's not flashy, he's functional at a very high level, and those players are gold dust for top sides. According to Transfer Market, Wharton's market value currently sits at £52 million, although a fee in the region of 70 to 90 mil would be more likely for clubs interested in signing him given his unique qualities and age. Clubs should also keep in mind he's likely to play a key role for England in the World Cup this summer, only increasing his market value further. He's contracted for a further 3.5 years until June 2029, and with real hopes of reaching a European qualification spot, Palace won't let him go easily. Although having signed the player for only 22 million, the club would be set to make a tasty profit if he is sold. Semenyo. Semenyo is one of those players who looks built for Premier League football. Powerful, direct, and relentless in work rate. He gives defenders problems whether he's running in behind or carrying the ball at pace. At just 25 years old, it may be the perfect time for a blockbuster move. Statistically, his output has reached a level that top clubs can't ignore. So far this season, he's averaging over 0.5 goal involvements per game, while also ranking highly among the Premier League forwards for shots, progressive carries, and pressure in the final third. That combination is key. He isn't just producing numbers, he's doing it while leading the press, stretching defences, and playing across multiple attacking roles. He can operate wide, through the middle, or as part of a fluid front three, which makes him especially attractive as a January option. In terms of strengths, he offers something managers love mid-season: certainty. He's physically ready, tactically disciplined, he's adapted already to the league. There's no bedding in period and you know exactly what you're getting. Recent news has emerged that Semenyo could be available at a price of £65 million, and Liverpool, City, Man United are all set to be interested for a move in for the Ghanaian. For teams looking for an immediate attacking boost, someone who can drive the ball with intensity, provide goals, provide assists, he may just be the man. Will we see him make a move soon? Marc Guéhi. Marc Guéhi feels like one of the most inevitable big transfers in the Premier League. Calm on the ball, aggressive in duels, and positionally excellent, Guéhi has developed into one of the league's most reliable centre-backs. He's comfortable defending high, strong in 1v1 situations, and composed enough to play out from the back under pressure. Statistically, he continues to stand out amongst Premier League centre-backs. So far this season, he ranks highly for defensive duels won, interceptions, successful pressures, whilst maintaining a strong pass completion rate and build-up, highlighting his ability to combine defensive solidity with ball-playing quality. But he's not just influential defensively. Guéhi is also a major aerial threat, ranking in the top 6% of Premier League centre-backs for expected goals and assists this season. That makes him dangerous at set pieces at both ends of the pitch, increasingly valuable trait for top sides. That balance is exactly why clubs rate him so highly. Guéhi isn't just a defender who clears his lines. He reads the danger early, he steps into midfield when needed, and he gives his team control rather than chaos. He's also a natural leader, captaining Palace regularly despite still being in his early 20s. It was well publicised that Guéhi was due to join Liverpool in the summer transfer window for a fee of £35 million, only for the deal to collapse on deadline day. His contract's due to expire in the summer, which means Palace either sell him in January for something or keep him a further 6 months and lose him for free. Keep an eye on the situation, as something is inevitably going to happen, if not now, then very soon. Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson is one of those players whose impact is easier to appreciate when you look beyond goals and assists. He's energetic, technically secure, and extremely intelligent in how he moves between the lines. Whether he's pressing, carrying the ball forward, or linking play in the right areas, he consistently makes his team better. Statistically, the numbers this season quietly place him among the most productive central midfielders in the Premier League. So far this campaign, Anderson ranks highly for progressive carries, successful pressures, and expected goal involvement, underlining how involved he is at both ends of the pitch. That two-way profile is his biggest strength. Anderson can play as a number 8, higher up as an advanced midfielder, or even from wide areas when needed. He presses aggressively, recovers possession quickly, and has the composure to contribute to the final third once attacks develop. According to Transfermarkt, Anderson is valued at £53 million. However, given the fact he was signed in 2024 for 41 mil and still has 3.5 years left on his contract, Forest are in a strong position to demand a massive transfer fee, rumoured to want over £100 million to let the player go. The fact still remains that he's currently in a class of his own for clubs seeking a highly versatile pressing and creating machine. And given the fees we've seen paid for the likes of Declan Rice, Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, Forest demands might not be that far-fetched. Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers is a player whose rise over the last 18 months has been steady rather than explosive. But that consistency is exactly what makes him so interesting. Still just 23 years old, Rogers has combined physical dominance with growing maturity in his decision-making. He's powerful in transition, confident carrying the ball at pace, and increasingly composed in the final third, giving defenders real problems when games open up. The output backs it up. Last season, Rogers registered 18 goals and assists across 37 appearances, and he's continued that form into this campaign, remaining one of Villa's most influential attacking players. That level of performance hasn't gone unnoticed either. Rogers won the PFA Young Player of the Year award last season, and that form was further awarded with his first England call-up, underlining just how quickly he's rising. Statistically, his development is clear. Across the last season and a half, Rogers has ranked highly among Premier League attackers for progressive carries, successful take-ons and goal involvements, all highlighting how central he's become to Villa's attacking play. What really stands out though is his versatility. Rogers can operate from wide areas, play through the middle or drop deeper to link play, and that tactical flexibility is hugely valuable, especially in January when clubs want players who can solve multiple problems all at once. From a transfer perspective, a January move would be extremely difficult though. Rogers signed a new contract extension with Villa in November, keeping him at the club until 2031. His current market value sits at around 45 to 50 million, but with that contract length, any club attempting to prize him away would need to offer a massive fee to even bring Villa to the table. That's especially true given Aston Villa's current situation, challenging for a top 4 finish and highly unlikely to want to lose one of their best performers, and one of their most exciting young prospects at that. This feels like a case where the interest would be there, but the timing may not be. If a move does happen, it would take something extraordinary. Carlos Baleba. Carlos Baleba is one of the most fascinating midfield profiles in the Premier League right now. Still just 21, Baleba already has meaningful Premier League experience. He made his debut at 19, and since then he's been trusted in high-intensity midfield roles against top-level opposition. At his best, he looks like the modern elite midfielder. Powerful, press-resistant, and capable of driving through midfield with the ball at his feet. He's got the physical and technical tools that allow him to dominate games physically and influence games technically. Statistically, despite a drop in form this season, the underlying profile remains strong. He still ranks highly for ball carries through midfield, ranks highly for duels won, ranks highly for pressures applied, highlighting his ability to dominate games physically and influence games technically. After being strongly linked with a move to Man United last summer, and with reports suggesting the player was open to the move, the situation has felt slightly unsettled. That uncertainty has coincided with a dip in consistency, but it hasn't erased the interest. Another factor that makes him attractive to elite clubs is the wage profile. Despite the calibre and the experience, he's reportedly only earning around 12k per week, which is extremely low by Premier League standards, and that makes him a very appealing option from a squad cost and a PSR perspective. especially when compared to midfielders of similar potential. From a transfer perspective, Brighton remain firmly in control though. He's contracted until June 28, following a shrewd signing from Lille for around 27 million, and according to Transfermarkt, his current value now sits at 52.5 million. But as we saw in the summer, Brighton will expect a significant bid to part ways. Rumoured to have been asking for 100 million, a figure in the range of 75 to 85 million may be more likely. Despite his recent form, there's no doubt that he would be a coup for any Premier League side, a midfielder extremely well suited to the Prem, with limitless potential given his young age. If a club truly thinks that he can be their dominant midfield force, January might be the right time to go big and get their man. So there you have it, 6 Premier League players due for big money January moves. Let us know in the comments which big money signing you want your club to go for in this transfer window, and don't forget to click that like and subscribe button for more content like this on the 91st minute.